You see them sometimes walking around blindly with dead eyes, following orders, not knowing what they do, not caring.
You mean like Democrats?
Hi folks. Well, the accused member of MS-13, that violent gang that's infiltrated the United States, he was deported and sent back to his home country of El Salvador. He was also accused of beating his wife by his wife. She made the accusations twice, seeking a protective order against him. Not a nice fella, being part of this most violent gang, deported to his home country of El Salvador and incarcerated there. Well, that did not stand well with the news media and Democrats. What do you mean shipping him off to El Salvador? Bring him back here, so says they. Well, the president of El Salvador, God bless him, he said, we're not sending him back to the United States. He's staying right here, so forget about it, you understand? Well, that did not sit well for a Democrat Party senator, Chris Van Hollen, him. He flew to El Salvador demanding to meet with that member of MS-13, the El Salvadorian citizen. Yeah! At first they told him, get lost, will you? Well, then finally they allowed him to meet with this member of MS-13, supposed member of MS-13. And look at these photographs, having such a good time. Look at the Democrat senator meeting with this gangster, showing him sympathy. But you know what's the funny part about this? Well, I shouldn't say funny. The Democrat senator is a Democrat senator from the state of Maryland. Now, in the state of Maryland, a young lady was murdered by an illegal alien. And this Democrat senator never approached the mother in Maryland to console her in her grief of her daughter that was murdered by an illegal alien. No, toss her aside, so say the Democrats. What's more important to Democrats are the gangsters, are the murderers, are the illegals. That's what's important to these Democrats. Now look at this photograph, and this photograph illustrates the difference. There's President Trump meeting with the mother of that lady that was murdered in Maryland by an illegal. And then you have the Democrat senator meeting with, and also this Democrat senator happens to be the senator from Maryland, meeting with a gangster in El Salvador who he was attempting to get free and sent back to the United States. You see, folks, that's the difference between civilized people, non-Democrats, and uncivilized people, Democrats.
You are the people in history they warned us about!
Now, when I vilify Democrats, I don't mean the Democrat voters. I mean 21st century Democrat politicians. They are reprehensible. They are the scum of the earth. That's what they are. And here's a good illustration. They rather protect illegal criminal aliens that sneak in and break laws into this country than for the average American citizen, and for the American citizens whose loved ones have been murdered or raped or trafficked by these monsters.
The effing Democrats, you can offer them two sides, and they can't help but pick the wrong one. You know, for years, we've dealt with unfettered illegal immigration, with consequences felt in our cities and in our morgues. And now we stop it. And who do they side with? An illegal with a history of violence who beats women. Good job, Dems. You never fail us. Whether it's Antifa, BLM, Hamas, is there any dirtbag that you won't embrace for political reasons? The Democrats pick and choose their victims based on how it helps them politically and how it can be exploited for public sentiment.
See, very simple. Now you know your Democratic Party, but I hope it's not yours. Please free yourself if you are a member of the Democrat Party. All right, folks. We'll see you. God bless you. God bless America. And God bless the nation you happen to be in. See ya.
So you're talking about Abrego Garcia. Is that the one? Yeah. is an illegal alien MS-13 gang member and foreign terrorist. This comes out of the State Department and very legitimate sources. I mean, I assume. In 2019, Garcia was issued a deportation order. Two separate judges affirmed Garcia was a member of MS-13, which is a gang that may be even worse than Tren de Aragua, and maybe worse. They kill people with knives because it's more painful. Very famous for the knifing and killing of two young 16-year-old girls walking to school one day, and they sliced them up into little pieces and killed them. That's MS-13. And two separate judges affirmed Garcia was a member of MS-13. When Garcia was originally arrested, he was wearing a sweatshirt with rolls of money pouring out, an MS-13 gang symbol that he was driving with two other known violent MS-13 gang members, two of the most violent members that we know of in the MS-13 gang of thugs. In 2022, Garcia was stopped by the Tennessee Highway Patrol and was found to be transporting 7 people from Texas to Maryland, and he had no driver's license. He was driving violently. In 2020 and 2021, Garcia's wife filed for a protective order from him and said he was violent and abusive and really scary, including allegations that he punched and scratched her on the eye, left her bleeding after throwing her laptop on the floor at her, ripped her shirt, and ripped off her shorts. He then grabbed her arm, leaving very severe marks. Garcia's wife also wrote in court, "At this point, I am afraid to be close to him. I just don't want to be close. I have multiple photos and videos, how violent he can be, and all of the bruises that he's left on me." She just couldn't get anywhere near him.
We're